Depending on who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From Yayo to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lane. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain. Top of the top, y'all was shaking with it, man. You already know how it's going down. This is your dog, your boy, your G, J Hood and all that. And you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series, man. Stop what you're doing. Make sure you stream and download all of my music, all of my projects. Everything is available on all digital streaming platforms. Yes, that means Spotify. That means Google Play. That means Apple Music. That means iTunes. And that means anywhere else that you could get your music from is there. So go run me up. Fuck with the kid. Support me, and I definitely appreciate you. I also need y'all to follow my new Instagram because IG deleted my old shit at @RealJHood_. That's at @RealJHood_. I mean, everybody that's watching this, go follow my shit, man. This shit don't cost you Nathan. All right. With that being said, let's get right into today's episode. And what we're going to talk about today is the time that Yayo suggested that I wait outside of Sheek's crib. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you guys some context now. So let's get into this shit. Excuse me. Let's get into this shit. Obviously this happened around the time that me and the big bros was going through our differences and all that. All right, now this was shortly after I took the meeting with Fifth, right? And the news broke on the internet, and you know, radio personnel started speaking about it and all this other shit. 50 had an interview at the radio station. I can't really remember which station it was or which DJ that he was being interviewed by, but he was doing the interview nonetheless, right? So the DJ brought up the meeting, but the way he brought it up, he was kind of making assumptions that I ran to 50 on some disloyal type of shit, trying to like asking him to throw me a lifeline type shit. He like, listen, nah. First and foremost, I'm not even with the idea of someone betraying their team and all that, or somebody that put them on. So it wasn't like that. He was like, we had a meeting, we sat down, and I told him, you know, if it's about music, we could work something out and we could do something. You know what I mean? He was like, and that's all it was. And I was like, okay, like, that's commendable. Because 50 kept it a rack, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't try to throw me under the bus, or he didn't try to add fuel to the fire by, you know, adding on to the narrative that was already pushed out there and all that the motherfuckers was making and shit. He kept it a rack, and I respected him for that. Right? Now, on the flip side, this same day happened to be the day that Sheek had went to my block and waited outside of my building. And I spoke about this on another episode, right? But this was the same day. Nobody was there on my block at all. Everybody was at work as far as like the niggas that be there. I wasn't there. My mother wasn't there. Nobody was around. So he basically did it on some joking shit. And I explained that shit on another episode. But right when he did that, I had got the call from my dude, JT, that, you know, that this is what he was doing. So after 50 did that interview, probably like 45 minutes to an hour later, I called Yayo. I'm like, yo, Yay, what up, nigga? He like, yo, shaking. I'm like, look, man, tell the big homie, I said, I appreciate that nigga, you know, keeping it 100 and clearing shit up. And, you know what I mean? And not letting niggas like run with the narrative that they was running with. He was like, man, that shit ain't nothing. You already know what it is, man. I'm like, no doubt. He like, what's good with you, though? I'm like, ain't shit, man. Just out here in the hood and all that, man. Dealing with this Sheek nigga, man, pulling pranks, pulling up to my crib and all that, acting like, you know what I mean? Like, he waiting for me outside the crib. So you know how that shit go, man. He like, what? He like, nigga, man, go wait outside that nigga crib, man. Go to that nigga crib with the goons. Let that nigga know it's real, man. Pull outside that nigga crib, man. I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't doing all that shit, man. It ain't that serious. I just want to get out of my contract and go my separate way. He like, nah, man, fuck all that, man. Wait outside that nigga crib, man. You know what I mean? Niggas think it's a game, man. You gotta let niggas know it's real, man. I say, yo, dog, I ain't gonna lie, man. I said, you can have all that money. I ain't doing all that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, tell the nigga 50, you know, what I said, and I appreciate him and all that. He like, all right, no doubt, you already know, man. Like, and, you know, we hung up the phone, and that was basically it. But he was saying that I should have waited outside Sheek's crib because he went to my crib. And like I told him, I wasn't trying to do all that money. I just wanted to go my separate ways, get out my contract without no issues or anything, you know, of the sort. But, you know, clearly that didn't happen. But initially, that was my intent, right? But it was funny when he said that because I'm like, see, if it was someone else, they would have did that shit and it would have went a whole nother way. But that wasn't what I had in mind, so I didn't take it there, right? So look, man, I need everybody to like this video, drop a comment, Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Check out my last video. Make sure you check out the next video that I'm going to post. And follow me on Instagram right now. At RealJHood_. At RealJHood_. All right? Now, until next time, you already know what it is, nigga. Tales from the hood.